Once again, hello and welcome you all. Thank you for joining in this particular demo session, which has been conducted by TrioTech Software Training, which is one of the premium training institute in field of Oracle. Okay, guys, today we will be conducting this particular demo, which will be mainly focusing on to make you comfortable and to make you understood what this particular training program is all about, what we are going to cover, how we are going to cover, and how this particular training program will fit into your expectation and helpful for your career transformation journey. Okay. So, guys, we will be going very slowly, covering from the basic till the advanced level. This particular training program, we are going to cover everything in detail and everything into a practical hands-on demonstration. Only for this particular demo, I will be just providing you a complete walkthrough about this particular course curriculum and how this course curriculum will be going to be beneficial and helpful to you. Okay. So, guys, about this particular curriculum, this is something related to mastering Oracle Fusion Technical plus OIC. So here what is going to happen, Oracle is the one of the product based company. This company makes some sort of softwares. One of the software that this company has made, that is a Fusion, is one of the software. So as part of this particular training program, we will be learning Oracle company provided Fusion software, and in this software, whatever the technicalities being involved, whatever the role of a technical consultant, all that we will be learning, all the tools, techniques, different sort of concepts, scenarios, all that a technical consultant is supposed to work upon, we will be learning through this particular training program. In addition to that, since we are going to be a committed uh, transformation partner for you, so we have designed this particular program in such a way that the once you will be able to follow through us, complete all the assignment, you will be a real-time consultant. You should need to claim yourself minimum 2 to 3 years of experience into Oracle Fusion Technical plus OIC. That is the reason we have added up a external, or you can say additional sort of training, that is a OIC integration cloud, which is also included into this particular training program. What this is all about, you will be getting to know as we made a progress. Okay. So guys, for today's training program, the agenda for those today's program is like we will be just having a basic overview about the course, understand what different tools are there, what is the different sort of utilization, and what are the actual business scenarios that we may need to work upon. Then guys, we will be seeing how this particular program is going to help you, why you should need to opt in with the ERP application, what is Oracle, what is Fusion application, all these details we will be trying to cover into this particular agenda of today's training. Okay. And guys, before we start up, and suppose you have already took the first step that you are willing to transform your career, you may be looking out for some sort of opportunities. Every one of you might be having your own objective, and to achieve those particular dreams and objective, the first step that you have already took to plan your time to attend this particular demo, so that will help you to decide whether this particular course or the training will be helpful for you or not. Okay. So moving ahead guys, to decide what this particular training program or whether you should be going ahead with this particular training or not, it is very important for you to understand, it is very important for you to understand guys, that why you should be taking up this particular course. There may be several softwares, several trainings may be available into the market, but why you should be taking up this particular course only, that is very much important for you to understand. Okay. So guys, considering the key why details, first of all guys, this is a secure job. Once you get trained into this particular training program and you become a consultant of Oracle Fusion, your job is pretty much very secure. I personally have witnessed 3 recessions into my career, and I have not seen any sort of impact of any global recession into the job market related to a Oracle or Oracle related technologies. Next thing guys, in case you are looking for a best pay package, you are looking for a on-site opportunity, you are looking for a recession free sort of job profile, you are looking for not to become a developer but to become a consulting experience, you will be providing a consulting experience to your end client, to your business users. The people may look out to you to come up with their problem statement and look up to you to seek a solutions from you. That is the kind of work profile that you will be working upon. That is the reason we should be learning about not only Oracle but any of the ERP training programs. Okay. In addition to that, guys, the ERP software. What is ERP software? Why we are going to learn the ERP software? All that we will be going to learn through. But the first benefit of these particular trainings, the kind of softwares that we are offering, you will be getting to secure a job into one of the most top 500 sort of companies, a tier 1 corporate employers will be there where you will be getting placed to work upon. Okay, that is one of the main advantages, that you will be getting a job into good organizations. Next thing is, guys, it is very much also important for you that, okay, we understood. Just a second, guys. Next thing, guys, it is also very much important that whether this particular training program belongs to you or not, it is also one of the decisive factor for you to decide whether you should need to opt in with this particular training. So, guys, what we assume based on our experience, that you should be belonging to any of these particular categories. You may be a college student, you may be a fresher looking out for some of new job opportunities. You would like to take up some sort of internship. You may be having some sort of career breaks into your career and you want to be a freshly start and introduced into IT sector. You may be already a working professional into the same domain or some of the IT domain and you would like to switch the domain, or you may be already working into the Oracle Fusion and you would like to build in your competency. That may be, so these six may be different categories that you may be following into, and if you are into any of these categories, then this particular course is being designed for you. From the very basic till the very advanced level, we are going to cover everything into this particular course. Next, one of the decisive factor may be that, okay, this course is very much pretty much important and it is very good, and you will be also following into those particular criteria that you should be taking up this particular courses. But why you should be taking this particular course with TrioTech technology? The purpose and the reason is that, okay, we are specialized into Oracle trainings. Okay, we are mastery into Oracle related trainings. We have conducted almost 1000 plus batches. We have trained almost 20,000 plus consultant. We are a corporate partner to multiple MNCs. We have experienced trainers. All our trainers are a solution architect into their field of expertise, and we have almost 4.9 as a review score into Google, as well as 100% satisfactory score you could see into our website, and everywhere that we have been publicized our training, we will be getting a very 100% satisfaction score with all the participants. So that makes us a unique blend of institute that is going to offer a real-time training. That is the reason you should pick up the course from ourselves. Second thing is, it is also important that, okay, institute is also good, but who's the trainer? Whether the trainer is useful, whether he is having a right sort of knowledge or not. So talking about, guys, I am Piyush Jain, already working as a solution architect to some of the biggest MNCs, okay, in the aviation domain currently. In addition to that, I had worked with TCS, GE, Oracle. I am a corporate trainer for almost 15 plus years. I have trained personally almost 2,500 sort of consultants, maybe a corporate training or through an individual training I have conducted, and trained almost 2,000 consultants into Oracle specialized trainings. I am personally as a Oracle certified trainer as well as a Oracle certified consultant also. I am having overall 18 plus years of experience. That makes me something suitable that I could be able to deliver and pass on the real time sort of experience and knowledge while making you train and learn from me. Okay. Next thing is, after all these things, it is also important for you to understand that as once you get enrolled with this particular training program, what are the things that you should be able to get? What are the keep learning, and what are the deliverables that we are going to offer. So guys, in this particular training program, whatever the softwares that are required, we are going to provide all the access for those particular softwares. We will be giving you a stable instance access for Fusion application for 5 months. What is Fusion? What is access? What is instance? Some of you may not be aware of that. Everything will be explained in this particular training program. Guys, you will be getting an OIC 2 month server access. Whatever the trainings that we are going to cover, and every session will be recorded, and you will be having a lifetime access for recorded sessions. Okay. We will be having almost 300 plus live project components across different tools and technologies. We will be providing and assisting you with the mock interviews, as well as sample CVs will be shared with you for the real-time consultants, so that as per your competency, as per your knowledge, as per the job opportunities that you are able to seek, you should be able to modify your CVs and prepare yourself for a upcoming marketplace. In case you're looking for some sort of internship, some may be looking for some dual sort of job opportunities, any freelancing opportunities, or even if you're looking for some sort of Oracle certification, we will be providing and assisting you into all those sort of profiles and all sort of these sort of categories, in case you are looking for any sort of support from us. Okay. In addition to that, guys, if required, as and when necessary, we will be even conducting a one-on-one connect also during the course of training. After regular sessions, in case any of our participants would like to have a one-on-one discussion with me, we will be offering that particular time frame also. Okay. One more important thing is what we are going to offer. We are going to offer something called early bird offer. We will be talking about this early bird offer by the end of this particular session. I will be explaining you what is this early bird offer. Okay. Now, guys, once already you are working or you are looking for a job opportunities, it may be also important for you that, okay, Piyush, if we get trained and we got certified and we got knowledgeable, the ultimate aim is to establish our career, make some sort of job profile, get into some sort of job. So what are the companies, which are the areas which may offer us the job opportunities? So guys, the main kind of categories of the companies that we can classify, there are three kind of companies that you may be applying or you may be getting a job opportunities. One is a product based company, like Oracle is one of the product based company, Microsoft is there, Google is there. These all are the product based company. So if you are a trained consultant onto a Oracle provided product, so they may be looking out for trained consultant and hire those consultant because they want to upgrade their software, or they need to provide a consulting to their customers who has purchased their softwares. Okay. So the product based company may be looking out for a consultant who are trained into their things. Second thing is service based companies, like Oracle has sold their software to one of the end client called Reliance. So Reliance has hired some sort of service based consulting companies like TCS, Deloitte. They may be looking out for that, okay, we need a consultant who can be hired with us, and they will take this particular software and use this software for our end client. And it may be that the actual end client of the software, the companies who has purchased this particular software to run and manage their businesses, they may have also hired the consultant because they want to build their internal team. So these are the kind of companies who may also look out for the consultants who are the trained Fusion consultants. So there is nothing that, okay, we should need to choose, or it should be good that, okay, we should be getting hired into product based only or service based only or end client only. We should be able to get hired into any of the companies. Each company may be offer similar sort of roles and responsibilities, work, tools, techniques, and as per our experience and the opportunities that we are going to have, we should be able to work and deliver those particular roles. Next thing is, like as we saying that, okay, there has been different kind of consultants, and there may be the companies who are going to hire us in which kind of project, what kind of work they will be putting us. Okay. So guys, there may be different kind of companies, they may be into different phases of the project. These are the different phases. Some companies may hire you and put it into the implementation phase of the project. Implementation phase means, suppose Reliance is setting up a new company and they have purchased Oracle Fusion as a software from Oracle, and they want to implement that software to be used for this new company. That is the implementation phase. It's like from the scratch. The software is supposed to be configured, the data has to be loaded, reports has to be built, so many stuff has to be done. It is the initial phase of the project to be started, that is the implementation phase. So it's okay and good enough that we should be hired into our projects where is the implementation phase. But it is not the only thing. There may be certain companies who has already implemented the software for India location and they want to roll out the project for US location. So in that case, we will be joining into some rollout projects. There may be certain companies, they have implemented two modules. Suppose they have implemented certain software, certain features, and they want to enhance that particular software to implement and enhance new features, new functionalities. Those are the enhancement projects. There may be that, okay, they have implemented one version of the software. Now Oracle has given some new version. So we need to upgrade the software. So there also a technical consultant may be required and we will be joining in the company into the upgrade projects. Support projects are the projects where the ongoing support has been provided. Suppose software has been already implemented, it is operational, it is working, but during the course of using that particular software, the end user may be facing some issue. Suppose the software has been implemented by a company to manage the salary of the employee or to manage the time and attendance and absences of the employee. Some employee will log in into the software and they want to apply for the leave, but they are facing issue, they are not able to apply the leave. They might be thinking that, okay, they have the appropriate leave balance, but their leave balance is showing wrong, or they have applied the leave only for Thursday to Monday, but during applying of this particular leave, Saturday and Sunday is also being calculated as a leave day, which is wrong. So they will not continue to apply the leave, but in that case, they will report the issue that software is not working as expected. So in that case, the issue has been reported. There is a dedicated team of consultant in a support project. They will take up that particular reported issue, check, validate, fix the issue and revert back so that the business user or end user should be able to use the application as and when necessary in the expected manner. Okay. So there has been different phases or different companies may be running different sort of projects. It is okay that being as a consultant, we will be part of any of the project. Okay. And any of the project type is okay and suitable for us. There is no particular choice that, okay, being as a consultant, we should be always hired into the implementation project or support project or enhancement project. Okay. Because it is a lifetime cycle, maybe some project which is there into the implementation phase, at certain time period time it may go into the support phase, it may again go into the, it will be keep continuing from one phase to another phase, and we will be participating and contributing as and when necessary into different phases. Okay. And as a consultant that we will be joining the companies working into different sort of projects, there is very important thing that we should be learning, that, okay, as a consultant you may be a technical consultant working onto the technical tools and techniques. There may be a functional consultant who will be configuring the system. There may be a consultant who's a mix and match of technical and functional, that is called techno functional consultant. There may be a consultant which is an end user consultant who will be actually using the software to hire the employee, or the actual user who will be applying the leave. There may be consultant who's the admin of the software, who will be managing the security of the application, who will be creating a new user, who will be resetting the password of the existing user, who will be terminating the employee. All these are the different kind of consultants that will be part of this particular software. So as a training, as what we are going to learn, we are going to focus as a technical training, but this will not keep and you as a technical. The best consultant or in market, the most in demand consultant is somebody who's a techno functional, who knows both the word. So nobody knows 100% technical or 100% functional, but it is a right blend of ratio, like 70% technical, 30% functional, or 20% technical, 80% functional. So by the end of this particular training, we will be learning so many things about the functional perspective, several tools and techniques, and the scenarios related to admin also. We will be learning from the end user perspective also, what is the software, what is the navigation, how to create, how to edit, how to update, all these things we will be learning across. So by end of this particular training program, you should be able to sell and call out yourself as a fusion techno functional consultant. That is our objective, that as part of this particular training program, we will be converting and transforming you as a fusion techno functional consultant. Okay. So as we said that, okay, we become a technical consultant or a techno-functional consultant. So guys, what is going to happen? There may be different sort of tools available. There may be different work that a technical person is supposed to work upon. The major category of work that a technical consultant is supposed to work upon, they are supposed to build the reports. What is report? Why they need to build the report? How they are going to build the report, all those things we will be learning today in the demo session, so that you will be getting a complete clarity. So one portion that the technical consultant is supposed to work upon the report, then data loads, approvals, customization, automation. So picking up the things called approval guys, what has happened? Suppose there is one software, Oracle Fusion software is there. Some company has purchased this software and implemented this software to manage the time and attendance. So one employee is applying for a leave. So some company says if the leave is being applied, it should be auto approved. Other company says that, okay, as per my company policy, anybody who's applying the leave for less than 3 days, it should be auto approved. If any leave which is of the more than 3 days, it should need to be reviewed by the manager, and following that, it should need to be reviewed and approved by the HR manager. So all this is the custom approvals, right? So for different business transaction, we may be, as a technical consultant, need to define a custom approvals, custom workflow. So as a technical consultant, we will be defining the custom workflow. Customization means, suppose there is a software available. That software, let's consider this is the PPT available. You, Oracle might have given this PPT, but you are not liking this PPT. You created a copy of this PPT and you will change this blue color to red in color. You will change this bullet from arrow mark to maybe a circle. So to make the customization, to make the personalization of the software as per your particular need, as per your choices, that is customization. We will be having a different sort of tools and techniques through which we will be learning how to do the customization and personalization. Automation means, suppose there is a requirement, the moment the person has been terminated from your company, his access has to be disabled, his user access has to be disabled, and his email account has to be disabled. So what is going to happen if there is a company who's lying on to doing all these actions manually? Then there may be a data security issue, there may be some leakage, there may be uh, some sort of conflicts may arise. But the now in the modern age technology, what it will be preferred, that we should be automating the things. So the moment the person has been leaving the organization today, after the working hours are done, his email account has to be disabled. So how that is supposed to be done, that is a work of a technical consultant. We will be learning and working to make certain sort of uh, automation and customization and approvals. In addition to that, none of the company can work into isolation. Each company may be using some sort of big softwares, but they still need to collaborate with some other companies. Like let's suppose take an example of TCS. TCS is very good and renowned company in India. They may be having 8 lakh employees, but can they do everything at their own? If they need to process the salary of their employees, can they open their own bank account? Then can they say that, okay, let's TCS make their own bank and make a payment from their bank? No, they may need to rely on to some other companies. They may need to collaborate with HDFC Bank, they need to collaborate with SBI, they need to collaborate with Citibank, so that all of their employees may be having a bank account with these other companies. It is not possible that, okay, each of these banks may be also using a same software called Oracle Fusion, right? Each company have their own policies, own budgets, own requirements. They may be using some different softwares. So how SBI will get to know what is the payment that we are supposed to make for Piyush Jain on a monthly basis? How many leaves Piyush Jain has taken in this particular month? So accordingly, do the proration and make that particular salary payment and all. So all that requires that two applications, two companies should need to communicate with each other. Communication doesn't mean that okay, hey, hi, hello. Communication means that the TCS which is using software Fusion and HDFC Bank may be using a software SCP, they should need to exchange the data between each other. TCS will send a file, send the data of the employees containing the employee details, employee bank details, and the total amount of salary that is supposed to be credited to each of the employee. HDFC Bank will receive that particular data file, open that file, process that file through their software. Suppose SCP is the software which is being used by HDFC Bank. So in that case, SCP should need to understand that data, process that data, and make sure that okay, the salary will be credited to each of the employee. So for that particular purpose, as a technical consultant, we need to work and build the integrations. So we will be learning how to build the integration as part of this particular training program. Okay. And data loads. Data load is something like, guys, suppose there is one company called TCS. Currently TCS is using one software. TCS has acquired HCL. HCL is also having 2 lakh employees. They may be using some sort of software, they may be having some sort of policies, and everything is there in HCL. But TCS says that okay, since I have acquired, I don't want to invest into your infrastructure, your software, your policy. Since now you are also going to be part of TCS, you are going to follow the same custom, same rules, same regulation, and same policies. And for me, I have already invested and purchased one software called Oracle Fusion to manage my employees. So since you are also going to be my employees, the 2 lakh employee of HCL should be also my employees. So I want to shut down the software that HCL is using, and I want to make sure that okay, all the data, all the 2 lakh employees data, their salary data, their promotion details, their dependent details, their everything related to these 2 lakh employees should need to be migrated and loaded into Oracle Fusion software which has been used by TCS. So guys, one thing is that okay, the HR department will manually make the entry into the software for these 2 lakh employees. Very much possible, but it may be very time consuming activity. Secondly, it may lead to some sort of errors because it is a manual data entry sort of job. But instead of that, Oracle Fusion is going to offer some sort of tools and techniques through which we should be able to do bulk data load. If 2 lakh employee data to be processed and loaded into Oracle Fusion for TCS company, there may be 100 of HR need to process all these 2 lakh employees data maybe in 3 months. But maybe a 5 technical consultants should be able to load the same 2 lakh employees data with all their history maybe in 15 days. So that is the reason a technical consultant is required to use different sort of tools and techniques offered by Oracle to support the business, to expedite the things, and to bring extra degree of accuracy into the data sort of accuracies. Okay. And the main part as a technical consultant, what we are supposed to work upon, we must need to work on to the reporting part. Now let's take an example. Suppose TCS already have a 8 lakh employees. Recently TCS has acquired HCL and has brought 2 lakh more employees. By end of this particular year, the CEO of the company want to see what is the total employees that has been hired by us, or what is the total employees in this year that has not been hired but that has been acquired by us. So this is the data which is already there into the Oracle Fusion system of TCS. But the HR department will not go and search each of the employee and take a count into Excel file or into their fingers, right? There may be some pattern, there may be some automation, there may be some sort of report which is going to generate the data for you. Okay. Suppose TCS is running the payroll for all the 8 lakh employees, and they need to deduct the tax for 8 lakh employees. And in India income tax department says that okay, by 5th of every month you should need to submit whatever the total tax that has been deducted by you for all your employees. So does TCS need to manually create that file and send to the income tax department? No. There may be some reports, there may be some sort of automation through which some report has to be generated, and that report should be having all the data in an automated manner, and that should need to be delivered to the respective legal bodies or to the governing organization. For these particular purpose, we may require reports. One self-service sort of report example is maybe suppose some client says that okay, I need to get my experience letter. I need to generate my payslip. So some employees want to have last 3 months of payslip because they need to submit that payslip into their bank to apply for a motor loan or to apply for a home loan. So the data is already there processed into the software. The data is already relying into the software that okay, in the month of Jan, Feb, March, suppose Piyush Jain has been credited with the salary of 58,000 per month. So that HR cannot generate this letter manually, right? There may be thousands of employees who may be looking for these sort of letters. So for that, automation is required, and through the technology, there has been tools has been provided. And as a technical consultant, we will be using those particular tools to build the reports for us. Okay. And guys, as we said that okay, we are going to cover this particular training program from the foundation. There is nothing, there is no prerequisites. We don't want you to have and come with any sort of knowledge. Okay, you may be an experienced consultant or you may be a fresher, you may be a IT or non-IT consultant. It doesn't matter because we are going to cover everything into this particular training program. So as a foundation, guys, first of all, we will be providing and assisting you what is software, how to access the software, what are the different navigations about the software, how to navigate from this particular software, why we are going to learn this particular software, what is the security of this particular software, how the security has been handled, what are the different terminology of the security. Then we will understand in this particular universe, any software that you will talk about, every software will be dealing with the data. Because if you take your example of your mobile phone going to your contacts application, what you can do into your contacts application, you can search for a contact called Piyush Jain. If it is there, you may able to delete it, you may able to update it, or if it is not there, you should be able to add it. So any software, whether it's a mobile based software, it's a cloud based software, it's a on premises software, every software is supposed to deal and do something related to the data. So what is data? What is data type? What do you mean by information? How the data to be classified as a data, and when and on which what premises that the data will be converted and considered as information, where the data will be stored. Data can be stored only in two ways, guys. Once the data can be stored into file, like this is something data only, right? I am preparing this PPT having some sort of data, and this data has been represented into a meaningful manner. So once I share this PPT with you, this is not to be just considered as a data, this should be considered as a information because it makes some sense to you. Okay. And how this data and information is saved, this is saved into some sort of file. What is this file? This is a PPT file, or it may be a text file, it may be an Excel file, it may be a JPG file, it may be a video file. So the data can be stored in some sort of file format, or data can be stored into some sort of databases. What is databases? What is SQL? What does database contain? Okay, all these things we will be learning as part of this particular course curriculum from scratch till the advanced level. Okay. In addition to that, guys, Oracle has offered almost 5 to 10 different sort of small sort of utilities, which may not be an actual work of a technical consultant to look into. But since we are claiming that okay, you should not need to present yourself as a trained consultant, you should need to sell and present yourself as a actual experienced working consultant into a domain of Oracle Fusion Technical. That is the reason we are covering and explaining all these tools and utilities also as an add-on, which may not be a direct work of a technical consultant but having a additional knowledge, because these are a low hanging fruit, very simple to use tools and utilities. So it will add a additional advantage to your profile. Okay. And since we are going to work on to the OIC, which is an integration cloud service, so what is service, what is web services, what is XML, different ways that we can exchange the data through the web services, that is very much important. That is the reason we are covering XML and JSON also in detail as part of a foundation only. Okay. Then guys, in foundation, as we said that okay, we will be covering the SQL part, database part. So in SQL, what is required, what is select statement, where statement, how to write the select query, where to write the select query, what are the tables associated with the fusion, where to find the different tables, how to study the tables. All these things will be explained in detail. Because guys, it is not only just to write the SQL query. You being as a consultant, today you are working onto one table and 10 queries. Tomorrow you may need to work on to 20 different tables. You may not be aware of those particular tables. So being as a consultant, you should not need to keep investing your money and time putting into some sort of trainings to learn, right? There may be lakhs of tables available. So instead of just teaching you how to use the table, we will be making you a self-aware that you should be able to identify the table, research the table, understand the background of each of the table to figure it out which table may be required for which particular purpose, and which table will be solving which sort of business expectation to build the query and build the reports. Okay. Then guys, as we said that okay, we will be looking into the Fusion basic navigation. So what are the instances? What do you mean by instances? Guys, Fusion is a software which is a cloud-based software. Cloud-based software means it is to be run onto internet. You does not need to install any software. If you have a valid internet connection, if you have any sort of browser, maybe Edge or maybe Chrome or a Mozilla, any of the browser you will open, we will be providing you one sort of URL as your how you are going to access Gmail. Same way there will be a URL provided. That URL in the terminology of Oracle Fusion we used to call it as instance URL, either an instance or we used to call it as a pod. Okay, so what is instance? We are going to provide you the instance. Every instance, as in case you need to access Google Gmail, what you need to do, you need to go to Chrome, put www.gmail.com. It will prompt you to enter your username password through which you should be able to enter into the Gmail account. Same way, in case you need to access the software, you need to have the URL, you need to have a username, you need to have a password. So how you will be getting and how to access that, all things we will be discussing and demonstrating. Then once you log in into the software, how to navigate to that particular software, what is navigator, how to navigate to different screens, what are the different buttons available, global buttons available, how to extract some data, how to duplicate something, how to create new job, great position in case you need to hire a new employee, in case you are from the financial domain, how to create a purchase order, how to create an invoice, how to create a receipt. Like the UI, this particular software is a uniform software. The UI, the user interface, look and feel, the navigation button, everything is same. If you learn one screen, how to search, how to edit, how to create, how to delete, you should be able to do and work onto thousands of different screens which has been offered by Oracle. So we will be making you understand how to navigate and use the Fusion UI software also as part of this particular training program as a foundation. Moving ahead, as we said that okay, we should need to learn through different sort of objects or different sort of screen. So in HCM space we have different sort of screen. One screen is called work structure, where we will be having different sort of components like job, grade, position, location. We will be seeing into this particular thing. Okay, same way in person management, how to hire an employee, terminate an employee, promote an employee, and transfer an employee. These all are not of a work profile of a technical consultant. None of the technical consultant need to do all these things. But to have a basic understanding, it should be good for you, because as a technical consultant, if you have been doing some reporting, extracting the data of a records which has been newly hired, how you will be able to validate whether your report is having a correct data or not? If the report is requiring that okay, give me the list of employees who are getting promoted by next month, if you create a query and build the report to extract the data, but to validate whether that report is going to give the correct data or not, either you need to rely on somebody who's a functional consultant who knows these screen. But if you have a basic understanding, you should also navigate and search and validate the things at your own without having any dependency on other consultant. So the basic understanding and the complete understanding about the flow of the application has been provided as part of this particular training program. Okay. Same way for the supply chain. These are the screens. And for financial also, these are the screens. Some of you may be confused or not familiar. What is human capital management? Why Piyush is talking about human capital management, financial management, and supply chain management? All these things will be discussed as part of this particular curriculum. What is fusion? What is application? What is ERP? What do you mean by ERP? ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. What is enterprise? Enterprise means some organization, the big organization, and planning to run and manage the business. Like suppose there is a Adani Group, there is a Reliance Group, there is a Indigo Airlines. To run and manage their operations, to run and manage their company, they may have purchased Oracle Fusion as a software. So they must need to do the planning in advance on different aspects to manage their businesses, right? So what are the plannings that they need to do? What are the areas that they need to manage? Enterprise resource planning. What are the resources that they need to plan to manage? So there has been three different kind of resources that any ERP application is going to support and manage. What are those three resources? That all we will be discussing as part of this particular training program. At a high level, three kind of resources can be represented as 3M. One is manpower. Manpower is people. Every organization need to manage their people. Second thing is material. Every organization may be having some sort of products, or they need to buy some product, or they need to sell some product, or they need to sell some sort of services. All that should be classified as material. And in case you offer some services, sell some services, that will be sold against some sort of money. So the third resource is the money. Either you will be buying some item from somewhere, or you will be selling some item. In each of the case, you should need to be involved into exchange the money. So how you will be doing that, where that money transactions are getting saved, stored, how to manage those things, that is not of a work of a technical consultant, but to have a short understanding of that, because based on this capability only you will be building a report, you will be loading a data, you will be doing the customization of those screens, you may be creating different sort of approvals for those screens. So we will be learning those particular aspects also. Okay. And guys, as a technical consultant, what are the main areas that we are supposed to work upon? We said the main area of a technical consultant is to work on to extracting the data from the fusion system and building and making the reports. So for reports also, guys, Oracle has given different sort of tools. Like BIP is the main technology that we must need to learn. Every fusion technical consultant, half of his their work profile is being depending on to BIP software. We will be learning this up to the extreme advanced level. Then one of the another tool which has been offered by Oracle, which is OTBI, which is also being very capable tool. Each tool has their own limitations. Like BIP is a primary tool giving you full control, and it is a global tool. If you learn this particular software, you should be able to build the report of any domain, any table, any requirement of the client. Then OTBI, this is not that complex, it is simple tool, just simple drag and drop, no coding is required, any non-technical person can learn this tool. Then HCM extract, this is the tool which is already available, but this is only specific to one specific sort of module, that is HCM. This is not going to get you the financial data or ERP data. It is going to get you only the HCM related data. Same way different sort of tools or techniques are available. We will be learning each and every technology as part of this particular training program. The next part, in case the project is related to the data loading, like as we says that okay, TCS has acquired HCL and the data is available from HCL, and that data has to be made available into the TCS Fusion software. One way is that okay, the TCS may be having a team of 1000 HR, and each HR may be loading 200 implies, and that's how they will be able to load 2000 2 lakh implies into the new software, which may took maybe 2 months of time. Otherwise, using these tools, different sort of tools and techniques are available, which we are going to learn. And as a technical consultant, we will support our business and functional consultant to expedite the load of data using some sort of techniques. So here guys, some tools are specific for one module, some tools are for other modules, and some tools are global in nature. We will be learning all these tools and technique. So as a consultant, our job is not to just learn the tool and do use that tool. Our job as a consultant to understand the problem statement, understand what is required, why it is required, and how we can solve that particular problem. To solve that particular problem, which tools are available, which tool best suits to the client requirement, which is more accurate, which is more time consuming, or which is more efficient, which is more cost efficient. Accordingly, based on multiple scenarios, multiple parameters, we need to build our competency to understand the merits, demerits, advantages, disadvantages, benefits of each of the tool. And according to situation, we should need to able to determine which tool to be picked to offer the solution for our customer. As a consultant, our job is not to just develop. Our job is to provide consulting to the customer, understand their concerns, and offering the best sort of services to your end client. Okay. Same way, guys, as we said that, okay, as part of this particular training program, this will be the first week of the thing before we actually jump into the technical aspect. What is the software? How the security of the software has been managed? If the instance is there, username and password is there. You may ask that, okay, Piyush, who's going to create this username password? Suppose five new employees are hired into my company, into the accounts department. Each one needs to log in into the system to do some their work. How the user will be created, who's going to create the user, how they will be only having an access to accounts department data only, not to the finance department data, not to the marketing department data, based on the role. What is the role, why is the role, who is going to create the role? All these things will be a work of a specialized fusion functional consultant. That fusion consultant is the admin of the application. Okay, but we will be learning that aspect also as part of this particular training program. As we said that, okay, there has been 5 8 different sort of small sort of tools and utilities which may not be directly usable by the technical person. We may not require, we will never come to this particular program to use this particular software, but the software that we are entitled to do majorly, that is these data loading techniques or these data reporting techniques, these main software may be internally using these small sort of utilities and tools. So if any parent software is using internally some child program or child program, so being as a trained consultant, it's okay if you don't know. But if you being a working professional, it is good that you should need to have the internal integrities and the parent and child both. So we will be covering and explaining all these things also in a real time scenario with the practical demonstration of each of these particular tools also. Okay, as we said that, okay, we will be doing the customization of the application. So those who are from the EBS background, my one request to those specific to who are from the Oracle EBS background, once you are going to join this particular training program, please join as a fresher. Whatever that you were doing in last 2 years, 5 years, 12 years, 15 years, nothing is of any use to you. Okay, don't compare the things which are going to be learned and offered into fusion with the ERP EBS, because things has changed. EBS is more of technical, it has lot of capabilities. Fusion is not having that sort of capabilities, or even if the capabilities are there, those capabilities are not to by writing the code, but to use different sort of utilities or softwares or tools offered by Fusion. Okay, in simple terms, I used to explain something like that. You may be riding a car for last 15 years, so you are a driver. But once you joining this particular program to learn Fusion, you are here to become a pilot, and I guarantee you to make you pilot, but there is no resemblance and nothing is required to compare between driver and pilot. Okay. So in the customization and personalization also, we have different tools. Each tool may be having a different user. In case you want to change the label of anything, this tool is required. In case you need to add your own custom page, this page is required. In case you want to change the look and feel of the page, like instead of this white background, you want to make it as a pink background, this tool is required. In case you want to make certain fields as hidden or certain fields as a mandatory, this tool is required. So each tool has a different purpose and uses, and we will be learning each of the tool. Now to go into each of the software that we are going to learn. As we said that okay, BIP is one of the primary software that we are going to learn as part of this particular training program. So in BIP, what is BIP? What are the practical uses of the BIP? In which scenarios we should need to go with the BIP reporting? What are the different components of the BIP report? How to manage any existing BIP report, cut, copy, paste, run, download, delete, how to create a custom report, different kind of templates which are available into BIP. Those who are from the EBS background and has worked into XML publisher report, so you can correlate BIP report and XML publisher report is almost same, almost 80 to 90% are same only. Okay. How the security of the data, how the security of a report will be maintained, what is the concept of busting, how to schedule the report that okay, once the report has been created, the data should be extracted on every Monday 8 o'clock and to be delivered to particular email or to the FTP server. All these things we will be practically seeing and demonstrating as part of this particular training program. Okay. Same way, the second software which is also available for the data extraction part, that is OTBI. In each of the software, what are the administrative part? How to create, how to cut, how to copy, how to paste, how to schedule, how to run, how to migrate the component. What are the major component of those particular technology? How to identify the subject area? There may be lacks of subject area available as per the client requirement. Which subject area you are supposed to use? What do you mean by dashboard? One of the techniques, different sort of layouts which has been offered by this particular thing, how to make a graph on the data, all these things which is a key real-time component in the work of a technical consultant. And as part of this particular training, we will be not just touching base with them, we will be seeing it to the up to the actual real-time advanced level only. Talking about the what is XML, why we need to XML, what are the benefit of XML, what are the different tags of XML. Like this is one of the example of an XML. If looking into this list, you should be able to understand that okay, this is nothing but it is a list of implies having two implies. One imply is starting from here to here and second imply from here to here. Each imply is having three tags. One is the name, last name and age. If I ask you what is the age of Piyush Jain, you should be able to figure it out and tell 34. If I ask you what is the last name of the person who's the oldest one, you say it is a Rathod. If you are able to figure it out this information, you are pretty good to understand XML, and that much knowledge is only required. Because as part of this particular software training, we never need to create our own XML. XML will be getting created automatically internally, but sometime in case you need to look into this, so by looking into that you should be having a fair understanding what is XML, where is XML, what is the tag, what is the parent, what is the child, what is the value. So all that thing we will be learning as part of this particular training. Same way, one another technology to represent the data, that is JSON. We will be learning JSON, how to create a JSON file, how to understand which is JSON, how is JSON, all those things we will be learning. And since we are going to learn onto the integration part also, OIC, which is a hot cake into the market, every company, every Oracle, any company who's working into ERP and working into the Oracle related technology, they are looking for the Oracle ICS consultant, somebody who knows how to make two system talk, how to make data to be exchanged across different modules, across different softwares, across different applications. So to make that learn and successfully exchange the data, there are the concept of web services. What is service, what is web services, what are the different type of web services are available. Okay, what do you mean by different sort of terminologies and vocabulary of a web services? What is service provider, what is service consumer? Like suppose guys, here in the context of here, TrioTech is a service provider because we are providing you the service to train you onto Oracle Fusion. Okay, and you are the service consumer because you are consuming the service from TrioTech. Guys, it may be possible that okay, some services may be paid services, right? You are paying us, then only you will be availing the services from TrioTech. Or it may be certain services may be free services. Okay, certain services may be private services. Only the people who are going to join our batch, only the private session will be conducted for them. and certain services may be a public services, like this demo is a public service. Okay, we are offering this service. This is a public service and it is a free service. You does not need to pay for this service for attending this demo. You does not need to enroll for us. Anybody who's available and having a link, they should be able to join this particular session to avail this session. That is a difference between service provider and service consumer. That is a difference between public service and a private service, and that is a difference between a paid service and a free service. All these things, the different sort of terminologies and the vocabulary which is supposed to be used for each technique, we will be learning as part of this particular training program. In addition to that, guys, whatever the tools which are required, we will be providing you those tools and the understanding about those tools also. While building and testing those web services, we will be providing and handing over more than 50 plus soap services example and 50 plus REST services example live will be provided, so that these are the real time web services and their payload, how to use those web services, so that in your resumes, in your CV, in your actual projects, you should be able to refer and you should be able to mention that okay, you have been working on to these particular services for your client and customer. And moving ahead, maybe some of you know what is OIC, what is integration, why it is hot cake. Somebody who doesn't know, we will be starting with the basic. Accessing the software, accessing the navigation of the software. What are the administrative work of the OIC consultant or OIC admin to run the integration, cut the integration, delete the integration, copy the integration, rename the integration, migrate the integration. Okay, monitor the integration, schedule the integration, all those work we will be learning as part of this administrative task. What are the different components of a OIC integration? What is the life of a consultant without OIC being introduced as a technology? Is it mandatory that every company, every consultant, everyone should need to work on to OIC? Yes or no? If yes, why? If no, why? If somebody is using OIC, what are the ease of their life, what are the advantages, what are the different software versions? Every software may be having some versions, right? So like we have iPhone 15, then 16, then 17. So what are the different version, what are the advantages, what are the things which are coming up in the latest version? Are we going to learn on the latest version or old version? All these things we will be learning. So guys, here we will be learning almost 100 plus live integrations. We will be building or giving you the assignments. Everything will be practically demonstrated from the basic till the advanced level. SRH, I will be taking your questions in the last. Okay. Please keep a note of your query. I will be giving you the time to ask those questions. Okay. So guys, what are different versions are available? What is the history of OIC? What was the life of a consultant without OIC? What we can do if some certain companies does not purchase OIC software? How the same work can be done by Fusion Technical? What is the role of a Fusion Technical consultant? What will the work of a OIC consultant? How they will join together to build the integration end-to-end solution for the customer? All these things we will be discussing from the real-time perspective with the real-time problem statement and building those sort of integrations. Okay. Next, what are the different sort of actions which are available into the OIC? How to print the message, how to send the email, how to do if then else switch, how to assign the variables, different sort of variables, maybe a local variable or it may be a global variable, how to do the exception handling into the integration, looping through different sort of code, that okay, one code will be executed multiple times. Okay, all these things we will be practically seeing while we are building different sort of integrations. And the most important part, since we say that okay, the data should need to move between two applications. So suppose Fusion is our main application and data is moving from Fusion to SAP application. SAP is our target application and Fusion is our source application. If the data is moving from source to target, it is called outbound, because data is moving out from your main application to some other application. And in case the data is coming from outside application to Fusion, it is called inbound integration. So what is different kind of integration, how we will be extracting the data and sharing the data with different third party application? What do you mean by adapters? What are the main adapters which are available? All those things we will be learning as part of this particular training program. Like FTP adapter is to play around with the file. What you can do with the file, guys? Suppose I'll give you my laptop, and in my computer, my documents, I ask you that okay, go to my folder called Piyush. Under that there is a folder called training. What you can do into that particular training folder, guys? You can either delete one file, you can create new file, you can move the file from one location to another, you can list down all the files, you may download the file from one location to another location. These are what? These are the different sort of file based operations, file based actions that we can perform. So how we can do all these things through OIC, building the OIC and playing around with the files which are available into the different sort of servers that we will be learning as part of this particular training program. Same way, how to play with the database objects, how to call different sort of files, how to use HCM related things, ERP related things. Different adapters will give us different capability, and we will be learning and doing all these things while building different sort of integrations. Okay. And the next part, which is an add-on of this particular training program, which is VBCS. In case we are building a fusion application, somebody might have built the fusion application also, right? Some UI might have been created. Who has built it? Oracle has built it. How they have built it? By some sort of technology. What is that technology? VBCS is the technology. So in case you also need to build your own pages, own application, you need to create your own application, that application or a website that will be having three pages. One is the home page, welcome page, and different pages. It may having some sort of form may contain section may contain fields. Some fields may be mandatory, some fields may not be mandatory. You filling in the data, and that data should need to be saved into some database. You may come back and retrieve the data, you may be able to update the data, you may be able to delete the data. All these functionality, how is it possible, how is going to be designed? That's how we will be learning into VBCS to build our own custom pages. End-to-end custom pages will be built as part of this particular training program through the technology called VBCS. Okay. And guys, in addition to that, what is going to happen? What is ERP application? What is the history of the ERP application? Why the ERP application has come into picture? If there is no ERP application, how's the life of the big organization to manage their businesses? How they were managing? What were the struggles? What are the you will say discomfort, or what will be the issues that the bigger organizations are facing while they don't have any ERP software to manage their resources? Okay, what are the different companies, different softwares are having? It's not that okay, Apple is not the only company who's going to make a iPhone or phones. Samsung is also there, LG is also there, Huawei is also there. You cannot stop anyone to invest and build the phones, right? Same way, if there is a technique available called ERP, any software company may be building some softwares, right? So there may be different softwares available. With some software may be having some advantages, some may be having some other advantages. Some may be cost efficient, some may be bulk data efficient, some may be more secure, some may be good for HR data, some may be good for financial data. So as per the company and the business requirement, companies opt with different sort of softwares. Out of these software, which software we are focusing upon? We are focusing on to the latest ERP software offered by Oracle company, that is called Fusion Cloud. In that Fusion Cloud, what role that we are targeting to learn from this particular training program? The main target area to make you Oracle Fusion technical consultant. But in addition to that, are we going to learn something functional? Yes. Are we going to learn something which is administrative and security? Yes. Are we going to learn about the approval management, which is going to be handled by the functional consultant? Yes. Are we going to learn about different sort of tools and utilities which are not directly being involved by the technical consultant, but either need to be handled by the functional consultant or by the tools in themselves? Yes. Are we going to learn about the integration of the data, web services, different sort of techniques called XML and JSON? Yes, all these things we will be learning as part of this particular training program, which will make you a complete techno functional consultant having a good sort of experience Minimum 2 to 3 years of experience you can claim after attending this particular training program, provided you follow us religiously, you complete all the assignments as what we are going to offer. You should need to have a dedicated time attend this training on a daily basis, and you should be able to view the recorded videos on a daily basis. If somebody is going to follow a practice that okay, we will do the trainings on daily basis but learn and practice only on weekend, I personally don't recommend this particular learning strategy. I recommend that everyone should need to go through the recorded videos onto the same day or max to max on the next day, okay, so that you should be able to understand, and in case of any doubts or something, the next very class daily I'm going to offer you first 5 minutes in case you have any questions, doubts or queries related to the previous chapter that we are going to discuss. Okay, this is a quite very flexible sort of training. We generally used to put 1.5 hour maximum of a time frame. It depends based on the topic that we are going to cover. In case the topic required 1 over 10 minutes 15 minutes, we may need to extend, but generally we will try to wrap up within 1 over 10 minutes 15 minutes only. Okay, and as we said that okay, all the trainings will be recorded and provided to you for the lifetime access. All the training materials, PPT, samples, sample BIP reports, almost 400 plus components, that is the real time components that we have built, that will be provided to you from the first day of your enrollment. All the documentation, whether it's a custom PPTs, some documents, handwritten notes, some text based files, there may be some special documents which we have collected over a period of time that may be offered by Oracle. We had a repository from the first day of enrollment. All that access will be provided to you. After enrollment, a G Drive link will be created, shared, and you should be having an access for that. In case certain new documents we are going to publish or create or we got handy, we will be uploading into the G Drive, so that after this particular training program, anything which is new and important, you should be having the access for that. As part of this particular training program, once you get enrolled guys, there will be a WhatsApp group created, okay, that will be a key point of contact. There will be a dedicated admin will be assigned to your group. In case of any concern, any sort of requirement, any sort of logical support required, okay, logistic support is required, that admin is your point of contact. In case of any special consideration or discussion, you may reach out to me after the session. I will give you the time after the session to have a one-on-one connect. For any other things, in case you want to discuss, you may feel free to connect with our director Kumar. He is available and reachable. His number is already there into the website and will be shared with the registered participants of this particular training program also. Okay. Guys, as part of this particular training, we need to understand what is this fusion software. Okay, this fusion software, Oracle Fusion application, can be best described as guys built on open standard. There are certain open standard based on these tools and techniques, based on the best practices by some sort of software which were also owned by Oracle only. What Oracle did, Oracle learned best of the tools, best of the practices of their own product, and they come up with the new product and give it as a name as fusion. Fusion means best of the best, taking everything from each of the software, whatever the capability which is best in these softwares will be picked and put it into one software called and name it as fusion. Okay. So guys, what has happened? Earlier, Oracle also have different sort of software. These all softwares are also an ERP based software. Some software may be having some capabilities, some may be good in something, some may be good in something, some may be technologically very advanced, some may be very advanced user interface, some may be user friendly. Taking all the best feature of each of the tool, Oracle has come up with one software called Fusion application, taking best of the best features and capabilities. Okay. As a technical consultant, as we discussed, different roles of a fusion consultant is a technical role, functional role, techno-functional role, administrator role, and end user role. So we will be working to focus on to the technical or techno-functional. As a technical, what are the main things that you are supposed to work upon? Only the data loading part or data extraction part and integration. We will be learning all these things in detail by different means of tools and techniques and the softwares which has been available. Okay. Guys, as per your learning curve, to refer the things, you may be see that okay, if we talk about how to see the navigation, like for one of the technique how to navigate, we are giving you this sort of detailed information. Login into the software, go to the navigator, go to the tools, click onto this particular URL, then it will take you to some screen. What is those screen, how they are going to create, all these detailed navigations has been provided, where to click, so that it is not always mandatory that you should need to remember and look into 1 over 2 hours of videos. With this self-explanatory and self explained PPTs also, you should be able to revise and practice and look into the things. Okay. And guys, talking about like since we have been conducting these particular trainings for quite a long time, we have trained almost to 20,000 plus consultant. You may see that okay, loads of consultant who has joined with us, they are regularly getting placed and they are reaching out to us, appraising us the kind of delivery that we are making. They are sending us their updates. We are also recommending and sending a regular job updates, whatever the different sort of corporate partners and recruiters who has been associated with us, because they trust our delivery and the kind of knowledge that we are going to implant to our consultants. So different sort of MNCs recruiters are directly reaching out to us to fill in some of the vacant positions. So we will keep recommending and sharing those particular updates with our registered students so that they can also prepare and apply. In case any sort of support, any sort of internal assessment, any sort of internal support from those particular companies, internal references are required, we will be supporting and providing you those sort of support also. Okay. You may go and check into our Google reviews. You may see different sort of people has given almost close to 5 sort of rating. Our rating is 4.9. Okay. Different sort of reviews you could refer. This is the recent students in recent last one batch that they have been selected and hired by different sort of companies. Okay. That's how. And we have been partnered. There has been different sort of students getting placed and already working into these particular companies. Regularly we are being in touch. In case you also get placed, we will be assisting and providing you a support from those of our students who are already there to support you to settle down and get comfortable with those particular environment as and when necessary. Okay. And guys, as I was referring to that, okay, this particular training program is for anybody and everybody. It does not discriminate whether you are an IT consultant or a non-IT consultant. It does not uh, sort of discrimination based on whether you are a business user, whether you are a BCom graduate or you are an IT graduate, you are already into an IT consulting, you are into a Java development, you know programming, you don't know programming. It doesn't matter, because Oracle Fusion is a no code, low code sort of platform where is no coding required. Only one technology where that coding is required, that is BIP. Business intelligence and publisher report is the thing where you are going to write the SQL queries. Otherwise, every tool and technique that we are going to learn is a UI based tool, a wizard based tool, or a drag and drop functionality is there. Internally, definitely it is going to build the tool, but as a consultant, we does not need to look into the code. We just need to look into the front end. We just need to drag and drop or set some sort of properties or fill some sort of form. Based on the value that we are filling into the form, the operation, the work of that particular work is done, and it will be generating the code internally. Okay. And guys, as I was talking about that, okay, there is something called early bird. As part of this particular training program, the actual training cost is 25,000, but on a special discount for upcoming Eid festival, okay, we are offering an early bird offer. Those who are going to enroll onto a program today, you will be getting a 2,000 rupees of cash discount, and you will be able to avail this particular training program at this particular cost. In addition to that, guys, the you will be getting a server access, Fusion server access, which was initially offered for 5 months. You will be getting a 2 months extra server access. In addition to that, the OIC access, which was offered to you for 2 months, that also will be extended for one extra month. So better that in case you find this particular training and the content useful for you, today we have not learned and explained anything. Okay. It is just to give you a very high level highlight that okay, what we are going to cover into this particular course, what will be your life, how this particular training will going to benefit you, what is the expectation that we are having from you, what are the deliverables that we are going to deliver as part of this particular training program, and how you will be benefited by attending this particular training program, where you will be getting placed, what sort of jobs that you will be looking out. That all we have discussed. We have not touched base onto any of the technicality. That we are going to start with the enrolled participants from tomorrow onwards. Okay, the full-fledged training will be starting from tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be looking into the basic fundamentals, navigations and access. Following that we will be looking into the security, and that's how we will be going one by one to each level of this particular training program. Okay. As part of this particular training program, guys, you should be able to get to know and will be able to figure it out that okay, there may be several concepts that we will be discussing as part of this training program. As we said that okay, these are the basic offerings that we are going to offer: online training program, lifetime access, 5 months access, and we will be providing you job assistance, sample resume will be shared, career counseling, mock interviews. All these things will be discussed and provided to you. Guys, what are ERP? We will be starting tomorrow. What is ERP application? Different sort of softwares which are available, key softwares which has been offered by different product companies into ERP. What do you mean by ERP application? What sources they are supposed to manage? They are supposed to manage these sort of key resources, that is manpower, material and money. What is these manpower, material and money? Why they are supposed to manage? How they are supposed to manage? All that thing we will be learning as part of this particular training program. Okay, what do you mean how this software is being there? What are the different versions of fusion application? How we will be able to determine which version is there? How to determine all these things we will be learning as part of this training program, because these are the key details that every working professional must need to know. So since we are claiming that okay, you are not going to be just a trained professional, you are going to be a working and experienced professional. So we will be sharing all the knowledge that is required for minimum 2 3 years of experience person. How this particular software will be purchased and deployed into different sort of things. Okay, what are the different products available, what are the modules available, what are the different kind of projects that you will be participating in, what is the role of a techno functional consultant, what tools that you are really majorly working upon. And being as a techno functional consultant, if you being joined into any of the company, in any of the team, there may be you being a techno functional consultant, but being as a techno functional, you may be a part of on a data extraction team, you may be part of only a data loading team, or you may not be doing actually data extraction loading, but you are just designing and architecting the thing. You may be a subject matter expert. So there may be different roles, different sort of work profile of a consultant into a team. All this you will be fitting in. Okay, then guys, talking about the course, there will be a details about each of the course and the modules that we are going to cover. Everything has been provided in this particular course curriculum. Everything is in detail and everything is into hands on. In case you are thinking that okay, this particular course is specific to HCM or financial or supply chain, no, there is no such discrimination. There has been certain tools, that tools are specific to, if you see here, we are going to learn almost all these things. Considering this demo, leaving about this demo and considering these particular areas from here till here. Okay, if I select you, we are going to learn 90 different terminologies or tools and technique. Each may be having their own components, subcomponents, sub to subcomponents. So almost you can say 800 new vocabularies and the tools and techniques you are going to learn. What are the things which are common? There may be certain main things that as a technical consultant we need to work upon. These are the areas. But in addition to that, there are maybe some delighters, or there may be good to know the tools and techniques. These are the areas that we will be learning as part of this training program. These are not the actual work of a technical consultant. Okay, this will be a work of a functional consultant. This may be a work of functional consultant. This may be a mix of functional as well as the admin. This may be a work of an administrator, but we are learning as part of this particular training program. We will be learning different sort of concepts also. That concept may not be required for a technical consultant, but how to search for different tables, what are the different UIs which are available, all these things, what is date tracking, what are the DML operation, all these things which may be useful for us, we are covering in detail as part of this particular training program. Okay, guys, as we said that okay, we are going to learn for the same thing, there may be multiple tools and techniques available. Okay, to perform same action there may be multiple ways. So what are the reason that multiple things are available? Definitely there may be some advantages of disadvantages of each of the thing. So to make you understand and remember, we have these sort of comparative sheets, so that looking into this you should be able to compare and figure it out that as per the client requirement will you go with this solution or you will go with this solution. Same way for data loading also, we have multiple tools and technique available which is supposed to be used in which scenario, all has been put it across. Guys, there from the first day of your deployment and enrollment into this particular course, all these details has been provided. For each of the training, each of the technology, we have kept these sort of assignments also ready for you, so that you should be able to access and practice and learn through the assignments also. Okay, although I am not very much in favor of that particular concept, but yes, since majority of our students has asked us the interview questions, so for each of the things that we are going to learn and discuss, although everything I am going to explain in real time and explain what is the question, what could be the possible answer, but for your reference, for each of these techniques from the basic till the advanced level, we have kept the interview questions for each of the tools and techniques also in this particular sheet that you will be getting an access from the first day of your learning. Okay, in addition to that, as we are going to offer you the access for those things, uh, just a second, I'll show. Allow me a second, it is just opening. So guys, we will be providing you the Fusion instance, which is a stable instance. This instance will be remaining with you for next 5 months to 7 months based on your enrollment. Okay, whatever that you are going to practice and create and maintain today, it will remain there for with you for next 5 months. It is not going to refresh or deleted anything. Okay, we will be providing you the Fusion instance access, the backend server access, the OIC access, we will be providing you the database access, we will be providing you the FTP access. What are FTP, what is database, what is Fusion, what is backend? Some of you not be having a clarity. Okay, definitely you will not be able to having a clarity on that, but once we progress and make the things, explain the things, you will be getting a more details about those particular trainings and tools and technologies. So guys, this is the way that you should be getting a username, password and the URL. And once you put in those username, password, this is how you will be able to access the Fusion application. This Fusion application is a complete application. It gives you the capability of all the roles and facilities which are available as of now. Be it as a HCM consultant, financial consultant, or a supply chain consultant. Although if you are working on too technical, but in case you need to do something specific to the functional work, functional setup, feel free to play around and it is allowed and every access has been provided to you guys. Okay. As part of this particular training, as we are having this front end access, in case we need to provide and build the BIP report and OTBI report, there will be a access for the backend server also provided with almost 200 plus BIP and OTBI report samples are there, okay, which has been already built and handed over to you from the first day of enrollment for your reference and usage. how to access, everything will be explained. What is this blue color strip, what is this global button, everything will be explained in detail. How to navigate, what are the different folders, different icons, different components, everything will be covered as part of training program when we will be learning and discussing about BIP and OTBI reports. Just to highlight and show you what are the components that we are going to deliver. So guys, here you will see, if I go to this 01 HCM, it's just the name HCM. It's not that, okay, it will be containing only the HCM related data. See the BIP report folder. In BIP report folder, guys, different sort of data set, different sort of technique, parameter, different kind of templates, bursting, all these things we will be handing over, different sort of OIC report, everything will be handed over to you. Going into the data set, different ways how to create a data set, all possible scenarios and the capabilities of the software which is available as of now today to create a data set. Every sample we have created for you. And guys, these samples are not very complex sample. I kept each sample to discuss and talk about only about the one capability only. Okay. If we talk about the parameter, we may want some parameter to be mandatory and we may want some parameter to be selecting all the values. But I have not put all the features and the capability into each in the single data model. For each feature, I have kept a separate sample so that in any time, in any of your project, in case you have the requirement, you does not need to struggle looking into the bigger portion of the code component. Just go and refer only that portion, understand the thing, practice the thing, and replicate those things into your client environments. Okay. So that is what I have planned for today, guys. In case you have any questions, doubt, queries, please feel free to ask those questions and I will be able to address those things. Again, I am repeating, I have an admin with me. They have already shared you the URL, payment gateway, as well as the form. Please feel free to add that particular form, the details of yourself, and make sure that you will be getting enrolled in today to avail the early bird offer. Okay. Over to you guys in case you have any questions.
My name is Manishankar, and I have one question. Hello.
Yes, tell me, Mani.
Um, um, Please go through some slow mode so that we are in catch you. We catch you.
Understood, Mani. We will be going in slow. This is just the demo where we are going to explain all the things that we have planned so that demo will not be going to be cover again, right? So that is the reason we are going to cover everything in one go. That is the reason. Okay.
Oh, okay. And what was the course you are training for me? I mean, to let me OIC or few Oracle Fusion or technical both.
Mani, I guess you have attended late. This is a Oracle Fusion technical training, which include Fusion technical tools and technique plus OIC. Both will be covered. Okay. Better you
Okay,
connect with admin or connect with Kumar for any clarity. He will give you the right sort of inputs. Okay.
okay, okay, okay. No issues. Thank
ఏంటిది
you.
ఏంటిది రఘు
Yes, yes, Zabi. Just a second, one by one. Zabi, please tell me.
Oh, hi, good evening, sir.
Yes, Zabi.
Actually, I need to ask the question as you will be going through the fast formulas into the payroll side, right? With the SQL queries.
This is not a functional training. This is a technical training. We will be covering fast formulas, fundamental syntax, and we will be using fast formula in the context of technical tools. In HCM
Okay,
extract, we have the fast formula concept. We will be covering all that. Okay.
got it, got it. Okay, thank you so much.
Hello, Piyush. Can you show one inbound or outbound?
Come again.
Will you show an inbound or outbound?
Yes, we will be covering all the things in related to inbound, outbound through multiple tools. Like in BIP also we have the concept of bursting through which we will be exporting the data to multiple destination, maybe to email, to FTP, all that we will be covering. but in real time, the inbound and outbound to be covered through OIC in real time in nowadays. So we will be having almost 100 plus integrations that we are going to build in OIC.
What about BPM approvals? Would that be
BPM
possible?
approvals also we are covering, right? I have explained you the approval management. We are going to cover the BIP and
Okay,
BPM approvals also in detail.
great.
Hi, Piyush. I posted a couple of questions in the chat. Can you please check
No,
once?
please repeat. I am not able to follow through the chat.
Okay. So in case
Hi,
if I
Priya.
need, in case if I need to drop off from the current batch and join in the future another batch in the future, is it allowed?
Please check with Kumar. Okay, he will be able to assist if there is a genuinity, if there is something that okay, you will not be able to continue or something, he will assist. But mostly our sessions are self-recorded. Okay, you should be able to access. In case one or two class you are going to miss, you can ask me some extra time after the class. I will be able to address by looking into the videos. No worries on that. Okay.
Okay. Do you have a schedule like how many days you will be spending for each module, like data
There is
migration?
nothing like that. Generally, this particular course is for 40 to 55 hours. It may depend, it may sometime go to 50 hours also. Okay.
No, no, for each
Generally,
module. I'm talking about
it's not
OIC. How
like that.
many? Oh, no, for OIC, how many hours you'll spend? Like for
No, we
BI.
don't have any such sort of bifurcation. Whatever that we have published into our course curriculum, everything will be covered. It all depends, like based on the flow of the training, how we are going and through. Sometime we generally you will say 50% into the fusion and 50% into OIC and VBCS.
Okay. Is there any sequence or order you will be training all those modules? Is there any sequence like first OIC or Fusion? Which one?
First, we will be covering with the fundamentals, moving then small and small utilities. Then we will be looking into the security. We will be looking into personalization, customization, approval management. Then is the actual fusion technical work, that is the reporting, then loading. And then we will be switching into OIC, and then we will be looking into VBCS.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi, Piyush.
Yes,
In real-time scenario on one project, how many months on that one?
come again.
In real-time IT company scenarios, on one project, how many months it will take on 1 year or months are there?
See, it depends. Like, suppose everyone says that, okay, we want to build an integration. I'll give you an example in real time. They will publish that, okay, the simple integration should be built in 3 days, a medium one in 5 to 6 days, and complex one within 7 to 10 days, suppose. Okay. But in
Okay,
real
okay,
time, the simple integration will itself take 20 to 21 days. A good companies, if
okay,
you add a single dot also, they will bill you for 21 days because they need to deploy the resource for 1 month at least, right? If ENY
okay,
will deploy someone to Accenture, they will not say that, okay, give me the work for 2 days and then after that send me my consultant back. Okay. So it all
okay,
depends on to the requirement gathering company to company and complexities that you will be able to figure it out. But yes, minimum 15 days is required. Minimum 1 week is required for the simple report as per the
okay,
real time scenario and as per the actual work preferences. In addition to that, you are not just supposed to build the report, right? You have to test, you have to document, you need to support for the migration, you have to support for the hypercare, you need to do the test cases, you need to provide the UAT support, right? All these things we will be discussing, and all the required documents that is required for different phases, all that will be handed over to you guys.
okay. And one thing is in real time, one project is maximum project is supporting or are scratch to working on it.
Can you please repeat clearly? I'm not getting what you are asking for.
Yeah, one project is maximum number of projects we are working on that one. So is it supporting projects we are working or
As I already explained,
scratch to.
any company can be have any sort of projects. It is not that you will be joining any implementation project or support project. The work is always same only. You will be working on to the same techniques, same technologies. It
Okay,
doesn't matter to you.
Okay.
okay.
Hi,
Different
this is
modules is there,
Raghu.
and I mean dev and prod and test products, different modules is there in this one. Only one module.
Just a second, please call out your name. Who's asking the question first?
Yeah, Shiva.
Okay, Shiva, please be louder.
Yeah, in this domain, different domains is there dev and test and product or only one domain?
Definitely, whatever you are saying domain, it is not to be called as a domain. It is called to be an instance. Definitely, you will be building the things into development. Then you will be migrating into test. Then you will be migrating into production.
Okay,
We will be
after the
covering those
successful testing.
migration techniques also.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, thank you.
Sir,
Hi, this is Ramana. Action. I
Yes,
have.
Ramana, please be louder.
Okay. Are you able to hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I have a question. I'm integration guy basically. I have experience almost 8+ years experience in Oracle integration, but for me it's a new Oracle integration cloud is new actually. So, are you going to cover in and out of the Oracle integration cloud, or just you will cover the
Boss,
uh,
nothing here is a dummy, nothing here is a simple.
no,
Okay.
not.
What
I'm
I'm
not
going
saying
to
it's
cover
dummy.
here, that is a real time complex things. It is a real time work. After
Okay.
attending this, you should need to call out yourself and face the interviews claiming that you are having a 8 years experience into maybe SOA, and last 2 years you are working into OIC support projects, building last 3 months, 6 months, you are building 3 to 5 integration. That sort of confidence you should need to have. So
Okay.
accordingly, we
Pish,
will be covering everything from the scratch till the highest degree of the real time work.
yeah, Pish, just why I got this dotted. We are covering here mostly Fusion Technical, then Integration Cloud. So that's where, but it's good to have the Fusion Technical knowledge like ERP,
If
CM
every
stuff.
company is looking for one resource who can handle both the things, okay?
Okay. Okay.
So if you
So,
know,
so
but I will not recommend you if your background is integration, you should not need to learn 10 technical things of fusion. One or two, you should tell that, okay, boss, this I have
but
knowledge, but I'm purely a OIC consultant only.
But
Okay.
yeah, now they asking OIC in obviously I'm going to join with the OIC project, but they are expecting to have the experience. They are asking experience in Fusion Technical.
Yes, everyone is asking you experience into Fusion Technical. In case you are going to claim that you are having 10 years experience, they are expecting that you should train the juniors. They are expecting you that, okay, they will be hiring 1+ year experience and getting the work from them, and you should need to lead them. They
Yeah,
may be
that's what.
expecting that, okay, you will be doing the management work also, and they are also expecting that, okay, you should be able to answer and the RFP and generate business. Every company
Okay.
is asking multiple things at the time of interview. In
Yeah,
real
yeah.
time, once you land into the job, you will be doing your work only.
Okay. Thanks, Pish. Okay. Thanks for that.
Okay.
sir,
So the job market is like that only. The people are asking so many things, but in real time, it's not the actual work that you are going to do.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You usually see since almost 8 years experience, I never involved in the what is the functionality, technical knowledge of end systems like source and target. Now they asking to have the knowledge on ERP and SCM. I don't know
Yes,
why they are asking.
everyone is going to ask. It
Yeah,
depends, like, okay, you should need to figure it out how willingly you want to join, what is their expectation, how much you can sell, how much you can lie, how much you can learn on the job. Accordingly, you should need to answer and convince to get that job. Okay. Nobody knows everything and nobody can be in a perfect of everything.
so ISOE specialist, you can say that ISOE specialist no need to have the knowledge on the SCM and ERP, right? That's what you're trying to tell me.
OIC consultant does not need to have, but since to load the data and to extract the data, the you need to know that, okay, to extract the data, BIP is required. You may not be building the BIP, that will be built by the Fusion Technical. But
Definitely,
something,
definitely.
the terminology you should need to know.
At least you need to have the knowledge, not experience.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Pish, for clarification.
Yes,
Sir
Mustafa, over to
Piyush,
you.
I have two questions. One is, to what level of detail will you cover the VBCS application development? And the
Yes.
other one is, how soon will you put the recordings online? Because I may not be able to join every class.
How soon?
Will the recording be available the same day?
On the same day or maximum by the next day morning, recording will be available. Second thing
Okay.
is, if your question is related to VBCS, just to clarify everybody, VBCS is a altogether different sort of tool and technique. Okay, it requires a specialized sort of skill set. VBCS consultant required a separate training for 40-45 hours. This particular training, there is no linkage actually with the fusion technical and VBCS, but we are introducing VBCS up to a level. Out of 10 you should be able to rate yourself that you having a good knowledge, understanding the vocabulary, understanding the tool, able to navigate and build pages. Those pages are not the basic pages. Actual real time insert page, update page, delete page you should be able to create. Okay, so it's like
Uh,
based on your practice you can claim you have almost 50% knowledge on VBCS. Okay.
okay, thank you. Will there be any offer on the complete VBS training in the future?
Please keep in touch with Kumar. He will guide you. We may be having a batch for that also. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Mustafa. Fine, guys. In case anyone has any more questions, please let me know.
Hello,
Salesh,
this
Ritik,
is
Yeah.
Ravi.
Sarika. Yeah.
Yes,
How long
Sarika.
access will give you provide that after the course, or along with the course they will provide that access to the
From the first day
OIC?
of the enrollment, once the batch has been created, it may allow 1 or 2 days of time to share the access. The access will
Yeah.
remain with you for 5 months in case you enroll tomorrow. If you enroll today, you will be getting 7 month access. Okay. We are
Okay.
going to cover this course within 2 months. It depends, like sometime we used to extend the classes for 1.5 hour in between. Sometime festivals come, or sometime it may that I figure it out that I should need to give you a break because you are not able to cope up or practice or something, that I will be able to get to know once we are interacting and leading the classes. Okay, so generally
Yeah.
you
Okay.
may
Sure.
say that okay, it may require 35 to 40 classes, that may require
Okay.
almost 1.5 month minimum.
Okay. One more question. How many live projects are there? How
There is
long it
nothing
will take
called
that
live
time?
projects. If you are from the Java background or some sort of .NET background, if you thought that okay, in those
Yeah.
trainings they will get you that okay, let's create a library management software. This is not a
O-
software that we are going to make. This is a already existing software. We are learning to use that software. Everything is a real-time live work only here. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Okay, Piyush, I have one more doubt. Actually, sorry to ask
Yes,
again. Uh,
Ramana.
Here we gonna implement the new interfaces, or we gonna customize the existing interfaces between the source and target?
How there will be a customization possible? There is a new source, new target, you will be designing the things as a support project. If you design the things that okay on on a monthly basis, new hire data should need to be fetched on daily basis and sent to SDFC bank. Suppose you are supporting some
Sorry,
project
Piyush, I'm
in
not asking about the real time. Real time, definitely we will, if we have any issues with production, definitely we'll take the code from
everything we
production.
are going to build
But
from the
I'm
scratch.
talking about here, we gonna implement a new interfaces or not? That's what my question is.
That is what I am explaining. What do you mean by new interfaces? Means like building the integration, right?
Right.
Yes, we will be building the integration, but we are going to cover suppose 200 concept. Everything cannot be explained in 1 hour, right?
Right.
So
Obviously,
the
no. My question is, can we cover all the adapters and actions? That's what my straight question.
yes, if that is
Okay.
the state question, so whatever the real-time adapters that is required, like file-based adapter, FTP adapter, ATP adapter, SOA
Great,
adapter,
great,
REST
great, Piyush.
adapters.
Thank you for your answer. Yeah. So we're gonna use the lookups also, right? Here.
Yes, lookups is also there. Scheduling is
Okay.
also there. JavaScript calling the JavaScript is also there.
Sure, 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 sure.
Base conversion encryption is also there. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Piyush. If I want to talk with you, I need to reach the Kumar or what? Offline.
Yes, you please reach out to Kumar. He will make you connect with me. Okay.
Okay.
Because
Thank
it
you.
will be good to have a complete clarity. Those who are from the integration background or something, definitely this course has been designed in such a way that it will give you an additional edge. I personally recommend who are from the integration background also to take Oracle Fusion also plus OIC, because everybody in the market is looking for the Fusion trained consultant or Fusion experience plus OIC. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Piyush. Yeah. Something else I wanted to talk offline. Okay. Sure.
Yeah, please reach out to Kumar. He will assist you. Okay.
Sure. Thank you. Yeah.
Fine, guys. Then this is what we have planned. Tomorrow, a new uh, Zoom link will be shared only with the participants who has joined. Okay. Since it's late, by tomorrow before the session start, in case you make the payment, the admin will assist you with to give the extension onto the server access as well as give you a discount of 2000. Okay.
Hi,
Okay.
this is Jagadish. So
Yes, just a second. Jagdish, tell me.
are you covering the in OIC? Are you going to cover EDA transactions like 8
Which
series,
transaction?
EDA transactions
No, I don't
like
have.
850? I mean 8 series, 9 series, 7 series,
No. That
inbound and
we don't
outbound
have the
transactions.
access and all those sort of things.
Because many companies are expecting the EDA transactions
No, we are not
integration.
covering we are not covering B2B and EDA.
Okay, so in OIC you are not covering EDA transactions.
No.
Okay. May I know why you're not covering that?
Like as per the course curriculum, we have not planned, but I cannot give the commitment. In addition to that, I don't have the EDA sort of credentials and connectors to generate those sort of things to be sent it across and process. But as an output, if required, we may plan, but I cannot give commitment at the moment. I
But
may look
that
into.
comes right. But that come under B2B connectivity, right? B2B
Yes, that
integration.
is what I'm saying. We don't have any sort of those connectivities available. We are not covering B2B.
Okay. Because in real-time scenario, all the projects in a real-time scenario, they are asking about EDA transactions integrations.
I am also working for last 8 years into OIC only. It's not all the projects are also B2B, or it
Because
may be,
basically
but we are
my
not
background,
covering.
right, basically my background is in EBS, e-commerce gateway. Through that I've been integrated EDA transactions through middleware systems. Okay, like
Fine,
MuleSoft.
Jagdish, we don't have that sort of capability, hence we are not covering that.
Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
I reach out to, hi, this is Ravi this side.
Yes, Ravi.
Something I talked offline, like how do I reach out to admin?
You have the number right into the WhatsApp.
So
That
I
number
can,
onto the website is the Kumar number. Reach out to him. He will reach out
okay,
to, for time being, until unless the batch will be created, no need to reach out to admin. Reach out to Kumar only, okay?
tomorrow. And uh, but so his number is on site, you are saying, or the number
Yes,
not
yes,
trusted.
881 something is the number, right?
81, yeah, I have one. Yeah, got it.
Fine then. Fine then, thank you everyone. Tomorrow a new Zoom link will be shared to only to the enrolled participants. Hope you have enjoyed and understood and get a clarity what this course is all about. Okay, make a wise decision to transform your career. Okay, the only thing that we are can commit here, that this don't join this course, that okay, just you will attend the things and go away. No, you have to work a lot in this. Second thing is, this is not a training institute sort of relationship. It is a sort of career transformation association. If you are looking for somebody who can guide you, help you, and even judge you, question you, scold you, to bring you into the right direction, right path, so that you will be able to achieve your dreams, that is this particular places. We are very serious about our trainings to offer the right sort of things as per the real time thing. Little bit here and there into the course curriculum, something that is come in way we will be discussing. We are very flexible to cover and discuss the things which are more important or required. Like suppose nowadays AI agent has came. Okay. So we will try to offer one sort of lecture onto the AI agents also. So you will be having a good know-how about those things also. Okay.
Piyush, just a small question about the AI Agent Studio. So, do we have to learn this for the day-to-day,
No,
the task given?
no.
in OIC?
It is still into the primary stage. Nobody, it's not that sort of mandatory things or something. It
Okay.
may take minimum 2 more years. Moreover,
Okay.
once only the redwood will be adopted by all the customer, then only it will come into real picture. Okay.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Raj Kumar. Hello.
Last question. Yes, Raj.
Yeah, did you teach the form registration and roles and responsibilities and everything, right?
Nothing like that. Hope, I guess you are from the EBS background.
Yeah,
Are
yeah,
you?
yes. Yeah,
Nothing
ABS
like that
background.
here. Don't think through from the EBS sort
The
of.
fusion, no. The fusion medieval is a different things for customization form. For creating the new reports, you have to register the report, right? So first you register the report and assign the roles
Oh,
and responsibility, the
nothing is
particular
required like that.
item.
Raj, nothing like
Okay.
that is required. Whatever the things which is required, we will be covering everything.
So here is different things, right?
I don't know what to answer because you are talking that to create a report, we need to register a form. Nothing like that is required here.
Okay. So
Okay.
for new SQL reports, everything is a different thing here, right? No need to register registration and assign the roles, right?
No, it is not required. At least with the
Okay.
context that you are asking, it is not required. It may be a concept of roles, responsibilities, security. Whatever is required, we will be covering. What you are asking, that context is not required and it is not there in this particular tool. Okay.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Thank you.
Fine then. Thank you, everyone.